In today's world, every organization or the company wants to utilize or use cloud. They have a complex and critical workloads running on their on-premises data centers, and they wanted to migrate to the cloud. In this sessions, I'm going to talk about cloud migration strategy, a complete guide about the cloud migrations. Hello, this is Alok. I'm Senior Engineering Manager at Oceaneering. Today, I will specify and have a glimpse of about cloud migrations, a complete guide about the cloud migrations. So let's move and talk about what are the agendas we are going to cover in these sessions. So we'll talk about what is a cloud migration, benefits, migration strategy, phases of migrations, challenges, tools and technique, and the best practices. Now, the question is, what is cloud migrations? Cloud migrations basically migrate our existing workload or the on-premises workload to the cloud. That means the web applications and databases or other tools which is running on your on-premises data center should move to the cloud or will move to the cloud is called the cloud migrations or the cloud migration. And the technique and the strategy we'll use to migrate this entire workload is called cloud migration strategy. There are several organizations actually already moved to the cloud, but some are still planning to move to the cloud. And those organizations or the company who wanted to move their workload from on-premises to the cloud, this small sessions will help you to understand and determine what should be do for the migrations. Before moving to the strategy and the phases, let's talk about what are the cloud environments available by which organizations or the anyone individuals can take on that. So there are four types of cloud environments available. That is called public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud, and the multi-cloud. What is public cloud? Public cloud, it means that you're going to use share cloud services for your workload. Private cloud, that means the cloud environment or the services especially designed or developed for you. Hybrid cloud, that is combination of on-premises data centers and the your cloud data centers. Multi-cloud, that is some of the workload running on your one cloud provider, some of the cloud workload running on another cloud provider. So these are the facts about cloud migration. What the benefits we are going to get from the cloud migrations? First is the cost efficiency. The cloud is a cost-effective solutions because of that its actual data centers running with the effectively cooling system and the cost-effective of organizations. Running the data centers on own infrastructure is a costly because of the day by day the pricing of the infrastructures it keep increasing. That comprises if I talk about the electricity bill, cooling bill keep increasing. So it's a very difficult function to compete with the market and managing the cost and providing a good solution or cost-effective solution to the company. So here the cloud actually the key factor is key factor and providing the cost-effective solution to the your customer if you have like a pricing is one of the factor for your services to the customer. Another is scalability and flexibility. That is, scalability is very easily and managed in the cost in the cloud services as compared to the on-premises data centers. Performance can be easily improved because of you have the key metrics and the monitoring tools available by which you can improve easily by just putting some configuration and plug and play. You can enhance security also and the business continuity and disaster recovery because of the data centers distributed across the multiple regions, and there's if any disasters happen, it can be easily up and the business can continue in the another from the other region. There are 6 different key strategy available for the migration from on-premises to the cloud. That means once you're planning to move your workload from your on-premises to the cloud, you have a, you have options, 6 different options available. That is lift and shift, re-platform, refactor, repurchase, retire, and retain. As in rehost name suggests, lift and shift, that means you just have a minimum changes in your existing workload and shift your entire workload to the cloud. Re-platform is talk about you have to make some required changes or the changes that and then make it a native cloud native workload and then move to the cloud. Refactor and re-architect, that means your business solutions or the workload is very critical and you want it should be cloud native by which you can utilize or the make a cost effective solution, and then you have to refactor and re-architect. It is very time consuming processes, but it ultimately or eventually once you complete this exercise, your solution or workload will be cloud native. Repurchase, compare the buy versus make versus buy, and think about what are the existing solutions available on the market as a SaaS product, and then utilize accordingly or use those SaaS products for your organization need or the business requirement. Another is a retire. If the business is think about it is not much adding the value, you may think about retire. And same options or the features, the functionality can be available to the other applications or other workload. Retain. If you think that, or organizations think that, or stakeholders think that this should be retained, and then you have to keep this entire workload on-site the on-premises server. What are the key phases for the migrations? Assessment is a key factor that is you need to think about before moving to the next step. So there are 5 key phases involved in this key migration process. First is assessment, proof of concept, migrations executions, optimization, and monitoring and management. Assessment, that means you need to assess your workload which is running on the on-premises and plan accordingly. That is what should be the best uh, services that is suited for your workload. Then accordingly you can plan it. Once you assessment and planning done, then you move towards the proof of concept. Once your proof of concepts completed, I mean to say successfully, then you have start migrations. And once migration done, then you have to monitor your workload and then optimize it and validate it. So monitoring and management will be the next thing that you need to hear. So these are the key factors that you need to think about and follow the steps for your phases of your migration. Challenges would be like data security, compliances, downtime, business disruptions, cost overrun, and skill gap. When your workload running on your on-premises, your your system or your you design your data centers and the workload based on the business and customer compliances. And once you move you migrate your workload to the cloud, these are the key things that you need to get. How your that data should be secure, and your workload should be aligned with your compliances that that must suits the customer needs. Downtime and business disruption during the migration, it might be possible that you have to have a downtime for like more than 20 hours, more than 60 hours, and during that time your business might be disruption. So you have to also think about how you can mitigate this. Okay, there are several strategy available once you have like a downtime available, downtime, and you can minimize this downtime with the available solutions in the market. Okay, cost might be overrun okay, that require once you have a move or migrate your workload to the cloud, there might be due to some mismatch assessment or mismatch services configured, your cost might be run initially, but with the help of monitoring and management, you can be optimized and scale or manage this over cost. Very important, the challenge is scale gap. Before the migration, this is found in all organizations. Very few people actually competent with the existing or or the organizations planning to migrate to the cloud. So it is always good idea before migration or during the migration or planning to migration stage, your team or you must hire the competent people for your target cloud services. What are the tools and techniques available for this cloud migrations? So first is the cloud providers, another is the migration tools and the monitoring tools. So cloud providers is very crucial because of once you planning to move your workload to the cloud, it is important to consider that which cloud provider is best suited for you in terms of availability, in terms of cost, or in terms of your operations and the compliances. Another is what migration tool that need to be required for your migrations. Migration tool is basically assessment and configuration tool that is actually help the team or the stakeholder to migrate the workload very easily and smoothly, and that everything that need to be take care during the migrations. Another is the monitoring tool that is once you migrate your workload to the cloud, it is very important and crucial to monitor your workload. That is how it is effectively utilizing or what cost actually incurred against running these services. Now, what are the best practices for this cloud migration should be followed? So start first with a pilot implementation. That means you should first pick a first workload from your data center and consider the cases and then deploy or migrate the workload to the cloud based on your needs and requirement. Ensure once you migrate your workload, ensure you form a team with all the stakeholders that is required. That is some people from the IT, some people from business, and everyone. Also need to be take care. You must be prioritize your security and compliances because it is very crucial for your business operations and your organizations. Automate you where whatever possible. I mean to say your workload should be like once you move or planning to move your workload to the cloud, try to automate as much as possible your processes like DevOps processes. So your DevOps pipeline should be proper configured. Your data pipeline should be configured properly. Your alert system should be proper alert. And based on these monitoring tools, you need to continuously improve your services for the workload to the cloud. And this will actually make you success in the long run and also get the ROI after some time. So this is all about the cloud migrations, the guide, which is, I believe, best suited, and all organizations actually follow this kind of strategy to ensure that they have migrated their workload correctly to the cloud. Thank you. I believe you must like it.